June 4, 1942. For Japanese aircraft carriers unleash hell upon the last American stronghold in the Pacific. Within hours, the USS Enterprise, Yorktown, and Hornet are burning wrecks at the bottom of the ocean. The United States Navy is destroyed. This didn't happen, but it almost did. And if just a few decisions had gone differently, the world you live in today wouldn't exist. This is the story of the battle that saved America. And what would have happened if America had lost? 6 months earlier, Pearl Harbor burn. In one morning, Japan crippled the American Pacific Fleet and shocked the world. But Japan's leaders knew something the public didn't. They had only bought themselves time. America's industrial power was waking up, and Admiral Yamamoto, the architect of Pearl Harbor, understood the clock was ticking. His plan: finish what Pearl Harbor started, lure out the remaining American carriers, destroy them, force America to negotiate peace, before it was too late. The target, Midway Island, a tiny speck in the Pacific, but its capture would open the door to Hawaii and the American West Coast. Japan sent 4 fleet carriers, the most powerful naval force ever assembled. America, 3 carriers, outnumbered, outgunned, and completely unaware, until they broke Japan's codes. June 4, 1942. Dawn. American torpedo bombers launched first. They flew low and slow, easy targets. Japanese Zeros tore them apart. 41 planes, only 6 survived. 0 hits on Japanese carriers. It looked like a massacre. But those doomed pilots did something extraordinary. They pulled Japan's fighter cover down to sea level. And while the Zeros were busy below, American dive bombers appeared at 14,000 feet, undefended. In 5 minutes, 3 Japanese carriers, Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, were engulfed in flames. The 4th, Hiryu, struck back, crippling the Yorktown. But hours later, American bombers found her too. By sunset, Japan's carrier fleet was gone. But here's the terrifying truth: it almost went the other way. If American bombers had arrived 10 minutes earlier, they would have found empty ocean. 10 minutes later, Japanese fighters would have been waiting. 10 minutes. That's how close America came to losing everything. So what if those 10 minutes had gone differently? Imagine, Japanese bombers spot the American carriers first. Within hours, all 3 are sinking. The entire Pacific carrier fleet gone. Japan doesn't stop. With no carriers to oppose them, they seize Midway. Then Hawaii becomes indefensible, surrounded, cut off, slowly strangled. The West Coast panics. San Francisco, Seattle, Los Angeles, all within range of Japanese submarines and long-range bombers. But Japan doesn't invade California. They don't need to. Instead, they turn south. Australia, isolated, with American reinforcements impossible, faces the real threat. The lifeline between America and Australia, severed. And in Europe, the consequences are just as dire. Without the Pacific secured, America can't go all in on Europe. D-Day, delayed, maybe by years, maybe forever. The Soviet Union, bleeding on the Eastern Front, fights on alone. Stalin watches the West fail to open a second front, and questions whether this alliance is worth maintaining. Meanwhile, Britain stands isolated. The Mediterranean remains contested. North Africa drags on. And Hitler, he gets the breathing room he desperately needed. Even if the Allies eventually win, and that's no longer certain, the war stretches into 1946, maybe 1947. Millions more die. And the world that emerges looks nothing like the one we know. The atomic bomb, perhaps used not on Japan, but to break a stalemate elsewhere. The United Nations, NATO, the Cold War as we know it, all of it shaped by different hands, different outcomes. 10 minutes. That's what separated victory from catastrophe. Not superior technology. Not overwhelming force. Just timing, luck, and the courage of pilots who flew into certain death to buy those 10 minutes. Midway didn't just save the Pacific. It saved the world we know. So here's the question: how many moments in history balanced on a knife's edge like this? How many times did everything almost go the other way? And what fragile threads is our world hanging by right now? Think about that. And let me know in the comments, what historical turning point should we explore next?